Attention business owners.
Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. Super excited to be with you here this morning. Hey, listen, guys, if you missed the Wake Up with Valentis call this morning with Patty, I would recommend you go to valentiscalls.com. Listen to her message from this morning. It was unbelievable, phenomenal message as she always delivers. You know, one of the keys to our business, right? Whether you're a distributor, involved with us right now, or just a guest looking, it's staying plugged in. And, to her message this morning, it's making sure that you have that passion about what it is that you are doing. And one of the ways you build that passion is you have to stay plugged in and be very conscious and aware of it. So it was a phenomenal message this morning. I encourage you to go listen to that if you haven't already heard it. Super excited, as I said, to be with you here this morning. And, guys, we have just so much happening right now with Valentis. I'm going to talk about it today. I'm going to talk about those critical elements, that make up a successful venture. But, from the feedback coming in on the new Soulside coffee, the results, even what I'm experiencing myself, could not be more encouraged and more excited about that product. And of course, then we have the new Relief product, and we just introduced the Rocket Tonic. And before that, the Relief. There's so many exciting things. And then in the Philippines, with the new VIP coffee, literally selling like hotcakes, a single focus on that 30-in-1 coffee in the Philippines with new payment option with GCash. Things are absolutely exploding there. So super excited about that as well. So depending on, one of the things that's so exciting about, what it is that we do here is you can live anywhere literally in the world, and you can build a business from your home, spawning all over the world, that can generate you a residual income, which is very, very exciting. But before I jump into the formal presentation here, let me just take a moment, give you a little bit of background or history on myself. Guys, I have been involved in this home-based business, direct sales, the MLM, a network marketing space for 33 years. And, it's been unbelievably rewarding, to the tune of millions and millions of dollars that I've been able to earn. But what's most impressive is not what I've done, but where I came from. I grew up in a small town in Minnesota, a town of about 2,000 people, about 3.5 hours outside of Minneapolis, rural Minnesota, I would call it. And before I got involved in this industry, had not traveled more than 100 miles away from my home. Did not have any comprehension of, really, or desire of what was going on in the rest of the United States, or even the world for that matter. And I have a learning disability. I have dyslexia. And so, I had low self-esteem, no self-confidence, was shy, was introverted right out of high school, went to work in a potato chip factory. And I was a maintenance person, advanced in the maintenance department, and was welding, building, maintaining equipment, things of that nature. And the only reason I want to share all this with you is because as you're looking at this and you wonder, can I do this? I don't have a sales background. I don't have a marketing background. I'm this or I'm that, or what's exciting about this is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your age, what your education, what your finances, what you do, who you know, where you live. This is a level playing field. If you can get excited about what it is that we have here, you can do this part-time without giving up the security of your full-time job. You can learn as you earn, and you can build a massive, international business that can pay you for a lifetime. And that's what I've experienced. And so obviously all individual results, will vary and based off of your effort and your abilities, but it can happen as it's happened for me. And so what I want to do is I want to take and share my screen and go through a little bit of an overview of what it is that we really have here, and kind of show you what it takes to, get involved and get excited about this. So first off, I think, one of the most important questions that we need to ask, are people interested, right? Are they looking for what it is that we offer here at Valentis? And I would have to say 100% yes to that question. I mean, what do we offer? An opportunity to make extra money. I entered the industry 33 years ago. I was making $9 an hour as a maintenance person. For me at the time, I was thinking, gosh, if I could do this part-time, make a few $100 extra a month, that I'd be excited about that. And then was able to do that thinking, wow, what if I could make $1,000 a month part-time? And then was able to do that and thinking, what if I could be full-time, right? Work from home and have this as my full business. For me, that was $3,000 a month. I was able to accomplish that. And so whatever it is, wherever you are, the opportunity is there. And whether it is to make a few $100 a month or a 6-figure income or 7-figure income, it's all being done here. And in most cases, it's being done part-time, right? Without giving up the security of your full-time job. And with what's going on in the world today with inflation and everything else, I mean, there is a massive need for people to make extra money. And so we offer that. Better health. I think everybody would be interested in better health. Some people look at this and they think, well, it's expensive. Well, if you think, better health is expensive, you ought to try sickness. That's what really costs, right? And if we can avoid that and prevent that through, supplementing with products like we have here, it's a massive savings, as well as just the ability to enjoy a better quality of life. Time freedom. This is something a lot of people don't really get or understand. What it means to me is it's the ability to remove yourself from the day-to-day activity it takes to generate an income. And what I mean by that, if you compare it to a job, right? I mean, if you work a job, if you don't show up, you typically won't get paid. And that's true in most anything out there. Well, in this type of a business, representing these products that people consume every day, day after day, you can actually build a organization of people using and consuming and promoting, and get to a point where you remove yourself from the day-to-day activity it takes to generate an income, which creates time freedom at an incredible level. Okay, and I just want to reiterate this again, and I think today it's more so than ever before in my lifetime. People are stressed, they're worried, they're concerned, they're living a life of quiet desperation. They don't know what to do, where to turn. I mean, gosh, I can't even imagine, if you were someone looking to rent today, I mean, with the rent exploding or even finding a place to rent. Gas prices, probably is adding an extra few $100 a month to someone's budget. There is a massive need for extra income, something else to do. So we provide that. What really makes it possible is this industry of network marketing, the home-based business industry. It's where you can learn as you earn. And really, to be honest with you, in my opinion, one of the only ways an everyday person like myself, right? High school education, blue collar worker, making $9 an hour, with some energy, with some effort, with some focus and consistency on a part-time basis, can build something that can give you an above average income, an above average life. I mean, for most people, they're stuck in that job, that 9 to 5 with no way out. This is a way out to have your own business without hundreds of thousands of dollars and massive risk, the home-based business. And a lot of people, what is it? How does it work? Well, it's really nothing more than another form of distribution. I mean, when you think about traditional business, traditional distribution, we're talking about storefronts, and we're talking about massive investment, and quite frankly, about 50% of the cost of a product in a traditional type business is advertising, paying the actors and the athletes and the high budget advertising campaigns, literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to get you to pick it off the shelf and purchase it. And it brings no value to the actual quality of the product. Well, what we do here in Valentis is we take that 50%. Instead of giving it to the actors, the athletes, the high budget advertising, we give it to you, real people with real results. And really what makes more sense. Now, I touched on this, but I want to go over it because, every company is really made up, I think, of these 5 critical elements. The company, right? You want to have a company that you can count on, products that you can believe in, a compensation plan that makes it worth your time, training and support so you can learn and master the craft and the ability. And of course, timing is crucial in anything and to make money. And if you know someone who's ever been involved in something like this, and maybe they didn't have the success, or maybe you've been involved and haven't had the success, and yes, it could be greatly due to them or you just not applying yourself, right? But in many cases, it's because something is missing. As you look at these 5 critical elements, something is missing. But when all of the elements come together, as we have here with Valentis, that's where the magic happens and the fortunes are made. Of course, it does take the energy and the effort, the focus and consistency. The time, doesn't take that much time, but it does take consistency and focus. So a little bit about our company. Got our start July of 2014. So we're coming up here on 8 years in business. We're 100% debt free. We're based out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We've done now as a company more than $250 million in total sales and revenue. And that's an exciting number few companies ever hit. But what's more exciting than what we've done is what we're going to do. Because I believe we're going to do the next 250 million, not in the next 8 years, but in the next 18 to 24 months, right? And growth magnifies and multiplies your efforts. If you can put yourself in an environment of growth, it makes what you do easier, right? Think about, and that's true in anything, right? When you're in an environment that's growing, it makes what you do easier. Where if you're in an environment that's declining, it makes your life or business more difficult. Where we're in an environment of growth right now. So exciting time. The other thing is the 6th element. And this is the energy, it's the vibe, it's the heart, the soul, the culture behind the company, spawning directly from the founder and his Dave Jordan, his wife Joyce. The heart and soul of this company. So, with that, product wise, okay, we have unbelievable products, but one of the things that we're most known for is helping people in the area of weight loss, and this is an area that I know a bit about because I've struggled with my weight my entire adult life. And for those of you that struggle with weight, here's what I know. You think about it every single day. You're willing to try anything. I've literally tried everything. I've done the meal replacements. I've done the shakes, the prescription drugs, acupressure. I've done it all. And one word sums it up, and that is miserable. Here's the other thing I know about weight loss. Whatever it is you do to lose your weight, if you're not able to or willing to do it the rest of your life, you're going to gain your weight back. And this is why most diets simply fail. And because people can't do them. They might do them for a week or two, maybe even make it a month or so, but long-term, they just can't do it. Let me ask you this. Do you think you can drink coffee long-term? Well, the fact is 80% of the population drinks coffee every single day. And they don't just drink it, they love it. and they're going to drink it the rest of their life. That's the first thing they think about in the morning. And it's something they truly enjoy. They're spending money on it. Well, imagine that same thing that you love, that you do every day. Imagine it having some ingredients that help you control, manage, and even lose weight, helping you with your appetite, things of that nature. That's what we have with our new Soulside coffee and the other coffee blends that we have. Now, we have another product called Thermal Perk. Now, this can enhance the results, designed really to take with the coffee. It's a capsule, can be taken by itself. It's going to, help in that thermogenic, burn aspect, increasing your core body temperature to help you lose weight. As well as, decreasing your appetite, can, like I said, be taken alone. We have several products that can help, whether it's the carb blocker, the keto creamer, if you're not a coffee drinker, we have Tropical Blast or cocoa, similar ingredients, but the coffee is the centerpiece. The coffee is the centerpiece. And, from that point, we can take other types of products. We have, our enzymes. That will help. Gut health is a major issue. We have, this product Relief. We have another one called Recovery. Phenomenal products. It's going to help with your overall health and well-being. We have Rocket Tonic, which is a nitric oxide product. Again, I could go over and over and over all the different products, but I do want to touch on this one, Emulin. Emulin is a product that was brought to us by a guy by the name of Dr. Joseph Ahrens. He's a 2-time Nobel Prize nominee for his work. And there's 2 of them. And there's actually a clinical study in a peer medical journal documenting what this product will do. It helps the way your body processes its carbohydrates and sugars. It also helps with inflammation, things of that nature. For everybody, it's primarily the M. But if you're someone that deals with issues related to blood sugar, then you want to take the C. Okay. So again, I can't go through everything today. You can go to Valentis Products. You can look up the products that interest you the most, study them, try them, most important. And I'm sure you're going to love them as we all do. Now, timing. Again, you look at anyone who has ever made a lot of money in their life, timing had something to do with it, right? Getting involved in something before the whole world has heard about it and be part of helping the world learn about it. That is where fortunes are made, right? And that's exactly where we are with Valentis. And there's something called a sweet spot. This is, because everybody tells you timing's perfect, but timing is really a factor of numbers. And the basic 2 numbers are how many distributors are there and what's the sales volume. And if either one of those numbers are big, you've missed it from a timing standpoint. But if you can find yourself at the right time in a company's growth cycle, between that 2 and 10 million, and be part of helping that company reach that critical mass where it goes vertical, and you have a team in place to take advantage of that movement when the masses pour in, folks, fortunes are made. And that's exactly, like I said, where we are here in North America, Europe, and Asia, really just getting started. So compensation, another major element, right? Remember when I talked about traditional business, spending 50% on advertising? We spend 0 on advertising. We take that 50%, we divide it up over 7 profit centers, and we give it to you to let people know about what our products and our business is all about. And just give you a quick overview. We have a customers, obviously are the lifeblood of who we are and what we are. Customers can actually become a wholesale customer, meaning buy products on your website at member pricing. And you can earn up to 40% every single time that customer places that order online. You can make up to 40% depending on the pack that they purchase. Now, if you buy, say, a business pack where it decreases the cost per unit, you can actually increase your profit margins up to 50%. We have a fast start bonus. This is where somebody says, hey, I want to do this too, depending on the pack that they join, up to $200 when someone says, hey, I want to do this with you. That's a one-time bonus. We have a legacy code. You build a legacy team. After you've brought 3 people in with a business pack, you become what we call legacy qualified. And then everyone after that, you make an additional $100 on every business pack that you bring in. personally. And those people also become part of your legacy team. And you make $100 every time they bring somebody, anybody on your legacy team, which in your back office of your distributorship, you can see who's on your legacy team. Every time one of those brings somebody in with a business pack, you're able to earn $100 on that. The dual team commissions, this is the monthly residual, the consumption, everybody using the products on a monthly basis up to $100,000 per week. We have a matching check. This is exciting because the more you help people make, the more you make through the matching check. Global bonus, car bonus, again, really money, spread out all over for everyone at every level of participation. So the question is, can I do this? And this is, I believe everybody can do it. Matter of fact, I believe everybody is doing it. They just don't realize it. And to better understand that, have you ever, let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to a really good movie and told somebody about it? Have you ever eaten at a great restaurant and shared that with somebody? And do you think that your excitement towards that movie or restaurant possibly influenced someone else to say, hey, I'm going to check that out. I'm going to go see that movie. I'm going to go eat at that restaurant. And I would bet 100% of you will say, yes, I've done that. And I've tried restaurants and seen movies based off someone else telling me. Well, that's all we do here. If you can get excited about what it is that we're doing, your job is not to try to explain everything as I'm explaining to you now, because I'm doing it, right? Your job is just to get someone in front of it, just like telling them about the movie or restaurant. And then we let the experience, we let the tools, we let, we've got an app called Share Valentis, where we have all the videos. If they have comp plan questions or product questions, it's all notification driven. You just stimulate an interest, as I like to describe it, to say, I want to know more. And then based off their questions, you send them a video or a PDF or a brochure to help answer that question. Now, what does it take to get started? Well, you can stick your toe in the water for $59 and try one of our products, and you can earn actually minimum commissions. A starter pack is going to give you a little better value, right? Try 3 of our products. So it's, reduces the cost per unit. The advanced pack, again, reduces 6 products. Now, maybe you and a family member trying a few products. Again, a little better value. But if you're looking at this from a business standpoint, then what I recommend is you look at the business or the career pack. Okay, not only is it better value, but there's other benefits. 5 that I like to describe. Number 1, it sets an example. Here's what I can tell you. As you're sharing this with others and they say, this looks really exciting, this looks good, what did you do to get started? You're gonna have to tell them. So you have the ability, kind of the way that you start, for others to follow that example. So, you start with a business pack, it sets that example up for them to follow suit. It gives you some product to use, to sample, to sell to others. It also, as I said, it's a better value. The business pack, you go from paying $59 per unit to $39. I mean, that's a $20 savings on every product, right? Or if you do the career pack, it brings it all the way down to $36 per unit. Demonstrates commitment. I think that's important. People want to know that you're serious. Maximizes your earning within the compensation. A business pack automatically locks you in at the Ruby level, right? And as long as you maintain your monthly order, you're going to maintain all the benefits of that 100-point monthly order, which is one of the big benefits is you go from earning 5%. Let's say you started with one product, you're making 5% on the residual side of our plan. It locks you in all the way at the top at 20% on all that monthly consumption out there. The legacy bonus, you have to start this way to be qualified for that extra $100 legacy bonus. And you automatically get locked in at a 4 or a 5 level matching check. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is this actually one more thing is, the question is, do you want to do this? And this is a fun business. Lose weight, additional income. I mean, when you really look at it, that's kind of the worst case scenario is I think you're going to have some fun, likely lose some weight and make some additional income. That's kind of the worst case scenario. But what has really driven me in my life are the what ifs in life. Some people, what if it doesn't work? I mean, what if it does? I mean, what if you could go out there and make an extra few $100s a month? right? If nothing else, it just pays for the extra cost you're now spending on gas, right? I mean, what if it turned into 1,000 or two on a part-time basis? What if it became an actual full-time income? Or even that 6-figure, that 7-figure income, work from home, do it without giving up the security of your full-time job. But when you can go full-time, what it really does, it gives you the ability to own your life, right? Have that commute from upstairs to downstairs, personal development, tax advantages, recognition. The list goes on and on. What I think most people fall short is they live in a someday world. And what I mean by that is they see something like this and they can get excited for the moment and they say, wow, someday I want to do that. Or, someday I want to get out of debt, or someday I want to get out of this job that I hate. Someday I got to start saving for retirement. Someday I'm going to take that dream vacation. Someday I'm going to buy that new car. Everything is someday, someday, someday. And time just goes by so incredibly fast that they just never ever get around to it. If you don't believe me, think back 5 years. What was life like 5 years ago? And what is it like today? And the sad fact is, for most people, not much has changed. But here's the scary thought. Because if you look ahead 5 years, it will go like that. It'll be a snap of a finger. We're going to be 5 years down the road. The question is, will if anything change for you? And that's where Valentis, I think, can come in, because it can change the course of the next 5 years of your life. But folks, it's not someday. It is today, right? Procrastination is the thief of success. We are coming into the summer season. What is on minds of everybody? How can I look my best for the summer? What can I do to make some extra money to offset the inflation costs that I'm experiencing? What can I do to get my life on a better path? Right? But again, it's not someday. People are looking for what we have. We just need you to help us spread the word. So get back with the person who put you on this Zoom. Get your questions answered, and let's get you started on the course of changing the next 5 years of your life that will ultimately change the course of the rest of your life. With that, everybody have a fantastic start to your week. Fantastic Monday. We'll talk to you all again soon. Join me Friday at the same time for a fireside chat. Bye now.